So this is a feature that's going to be in 15. The problem being addressed was brought up in our magazine review of an 8 out of 10 worldwide. Um, the controls can be a little bit cumbersome to work with. You want to move something around, you have to grab the control on the screen and move them around like that. So what we've done is create a. We launched a smart scanner. We've created a graphic user interface. This graphic user interface then selects the controls on the mesh. So when I select hand, what I do is I look at the mass node, and since this mass node is called mass node, nothing's before, nothing, and there's no other alternate name, I go to this box here and I leave it blank. So if this was called Brent colon mass node, I would type in Brent colon. You'll see in an example in a minute. And then the color coordination of this graph coordinates with the graphic user interface. So if I want the head, instead of coming here and picking the head like that, you just push this button and the head's selected. And with this, the open channels, with these buttons, you can move an object, move in world space, rotate in object space, rotate in world space, scale in object space, or scale in world space, depending on what channels were actually open. So when I go through and actually head, neck, spine 3, thorax, hips, lower hips, the root, so you can grab this guy and just move him around. Move them in object mode, move the hips around, move in world space mode, and move the hips around. And then if I want the left side, I select this button for left. I want the right side, I want to select this button for right. So for left, come through and actually pick the individual controls for moving around. So you can move this guy around and do what you want to do, scale, and what have you. And when you get into little heavy areas here too, like with the fingers, the hand, you can select the hand, move the hand all around, and then the individual fingers have controls on them as well. So you can pick the fingers and actually move those around. So where it gets complicated is if this is still too much to deal with, you can simply turn these layers off, and then you're left with just the character. And then you can just grab these individual controls like this, move them around, and then you can't see your controls moving around. It hides everything and keeps it a clean scene to look at. Move this around, do whatever you want to do, scale this down, and this is good for animating because you'll keep your scene from being too jumbled. And if you want to, you can bring in multiple files. So let's say then that I wanted to create reference, and then reference in say troll rig. Now this troll rig is brought in. Now if all these controls were on, it'd be a little bit difficult to see what was what. I can grab this mass node. See, this is called troll rig colon. Come up here and go troll rig colon, and then just select the controls, and then I can actually turn off all of his controls as well, and have an entirely clean scene. So you can see here, this scene now is entirely clean of controls and still operates accordingly. So you can use multiple scenes within one scene with your GUI and achieve a fantastic result, and use this to in fact animate with. So this will be featured in the 15 version of our software. Thank you for your time. BSB Pro.